The stakes are as high in this year's presidential election as the early returns from critical swing states would have it, thin as a razor, with millions of votes yet to be counted. America and the world will have to hold its collective breath until an outcome that will shape the future of the country is made known. As the polls close across the United States, early results are showing a very tight race between Republican candidate Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. Both campaigns are following every update from the key battleground states that can make or break their path to the White House. Leads have been flipping back and forth, and it's obvious that this is going to be a night and perhaps a week full of suspense and anticipation. At this hour, Harris has come to win leads in Arizona and Michigan, the two states in which she would need to perform for her overall electoral count to improve. Meanwhile, Trump has taken the edge in Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Additionally, 3 of Nebraska's 5 electoral votes have already been claimed by Trump, with 2 still contested in a Democratic-leaning district. All that polling data from these battlegrounds shows extremely tight margins, as the night draws in attention on both sides. At 10:22 p.m. ET, there are significant vote counts reported from Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, and several other highly competitive states, although none of these have declared a winner. Arizona, which tilted blue in the 2020 election, is currently showing Harris with a slight lead as 48% of precincts have reported. At the present time, with 82% of precincts reported in Georgia, results place Trump ahead by the slimmest of margins. Still, most of these states' votes are left to be counted. Competitively, the blue wall states, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, previously deemed secure Democratic strongholds, are as yet highly competitive, even though Harris is reporting as leading in Michigan according to preliminary data, whereas Trump was leading in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. And the final ballots in each of the above states are absolutely determinative of the outcome. Political analysts believe the outcome will be decided by turnout in the cities, with some major cities potentially propping Harris over the top if their voters turn out en masse. Strategic commentators point to voters in cities like Dearborn, Michigan, for example, to indicate a good performance by Harris. While Harris's campaign can rely on solid numbers in urban centers, Trump's team is counting on maximizing turnout in rural and suburban areas where he has traditionally performed well. Both sides are mobilizing last-minute efforts in areas where votes are still being counted, suggesting a protracted and maybe contentious endgame. Apart from the traditional swing states, even states that were once considered reliably Republican and are now home to narrower margins than anyone would have initially expected, Texas and Ohio among them, have also fueled the conversation of experts regarding whether there's a shift going on in the political scene. Though Trump is well ahead in these areas, the close call has showed the shifting demographics and priorities of voters across the country. As both follow the results, it would be clear neither had an obvious path to the 270 electoral votes required to win the White House. Experts are readying the public for an extended election, as some states might take more time to process final counts, especially because of an increased rate of mail-in voting. The protracted time of counting might increase the tension, as both the campaigns will prepare for court battles if the race continues to hang in a call. Politicians have verbally pleaded for patience concerning the election's gradual outcomes. The stakes involved in these elections are quite visible, and hour after hour, the nation's eyes and ears are glued to the reports. However bad or good the outcome is, this election will be one of the most vivid, probably with its impact determining and defining the political situation of years ahead. Stay tuned to learn the latest on the outcome of this story and for each pivotal state's vote tracking. With both sides being so desperate to receive one last vote, the fight over the 2024 presidential election is as grueling and unpredictable as the one we have witnessed earlier this year, promising to unfold in a dramatic climax, which may be felt in many ways for days, if not weeks, into the future.